Hey guys, so I made these fire rings which go around in circles, and I'd say they look pretty cool. And they also deal damage as well, so if I were to go into game mode 0 and then let it hit me, I will take 3 hearts of damage. All in all, it's a very simple concept which can be used for maps, and of course it doesn't have to be as boring as just damaging the player. These things could be healing circles if you want to. They could give you speed, all kinds of buffs, and all in all they look cool. And I'll just show you one more thing that you can do with these guys. You can actually make them move as well. So let's just make this move a little bit that way, and as you can see, off they go. And you get this cool little spiral pattern. Anyway, let's just kill them right now before they disappear entirely. So rather than giving you the commands for this, I am going to show you how you can generate this yourself using MrGarretto's tools. So for this to work, you will need MrGarretto's command combiner, you will need his facing motion generator, and you'll need his 1.10 to 1.11 generator if you want to make this work in the latest snapshot. All 3 of those things will be in the description. Thanks MrGarretto for these amazing tools. I am actually a patron of MrGarretto, so I will link his Patreon in the description as well. So this is what you will get here. So I'm just going to uncheck the enable casing because I don't really want that, and we'll just give this some length and width just in case we want to edit the commands later. Block data is a good thing to use as well. So the first thing we need to do is make an impulse command, so I : and we're just going to make it give the player an armor stand, and yes, I'm using 1.11 format for this. So we'll give them an armor stand with an entity tag, and we'll just give it a custom name, Fire Ring 1 in this case, and we'll also make it invisible just because we can, and that's that done. Then you'll need a repeating command, and we'll just say commands right here. And then what you can do now is you can just go TP @E name equals Fire Ring 1 in any direction you want. So in this case 5, the lower the number the bigger the circle, and the higher the number the faster it goes. Next we might want to give it a particle, so let's just go execute @E name equals Fire Ring 1, and let's give it a flame particle because flames look cool, and we'll make it go 0 in the X direction, Y will be a direction of 1, and Z will be in a direction of 0. That's just to stop the particles from spreading everywhere so it doesn't confuse the player what's going on. We'll give it a speed of 0, and we'll make 20 of these particles show, and we'll force them in so people with minimal particles can see them as well. Last thing we want to do is give the player an effect of some sort. So let's go name equals Fire Ring 1, and let's have it affect the player with just a tiny bit of damage. This is the minimum you can do, so it's just 1 second of level 0 damage. Alright, and then the last thing we need to do is just add in the rotation. So what we need to do is we need to change this to say entity data @E name equals whatever you named it, Fire Ring 1, and then it's automatically going to change the motion for you. We're also going to go C equals 1 so it only targets itself. You can change the interval. The more motion decimal places, the more accurate it will be. So let's just make this 10 because we can. Motion speed, you can change this to however fast you want it. So let's slow this down a little bit because I think that will look a lot better. Direction offset you don't really need to worry about, and vertical motion is only important if you want to add it. Vertical motion, we don't want that, so I'm just going to write 0. And then the last thing we need to do is just make sure it targets the correct entity. So name equals Fire Ring 1, and then make sure you put a comma before that asterisk there because it's automatically going to fill that bit in. And then you get all of these commands which get generated. You don't even have to look at them, just make sure the comma is in the right spot here, and then we'll just copy that into the command combiner, click generate, and then if you want this to work in the latest snapshot, then you need to change this to 1.11 format. Go back into your world, and let's grab an impulse command block like so, and we will turn this to always active, and we will get the armor stand which we need to place down. Bear in mind this is going to go in the opposite direction, so if we want the ring to go that way, we need to face it this way. And there we go. We get a nice slow fire ring which should damage me if I get too close to it. Let's go into... I think I have found a bug. Awesome. Okay, so in order to fix that bug, I can't believe I didn't do this. Let's just go to where we put the effect command, right here. Okay, effector P maybe within a radius of 2 would be better. So now it will only affect us if we actually get near the ring in the first place. Let's do it. That's how you generate fire rings, and yeah, they don't have to be fire. They can be any particle you want. So if we actually change this to a happy villager particle, this is the right one, then you will see a big difference. So let's go happy villager, and we get this beautiful ring here. And yeah, you can change it however you like. Anyways guys, thank you guys for watching this tutorial, and thanks to my patrons, mblohr, Corp, It's Gersate, Kyle, Patrick, EJ Monkey, and Mr. DemonN. Thank you all very much for your support this month. I hope you all have a brilliant day. Take care. Anyway,